Well, map number 1 was a nail-biter. Map number 2 was just incredibly crazy. That means we find ourselves on map number 3. It's Ancient, as the decider. Boggs and Lass with you for this wild ride. And, well, this one has been topsy-turvy. I don't know about you guys. I'm a little dizzy from how wild this one has been. It's just been up and down in circles. And somehow, some way, Boss and EG find themselves taking each other's map picks. And it's EG on the T side, so that means Boss presumably won the pistol here on map number 3. It is Ancient, and EG definitely do have the statistical advantage, but that means nothing in this matchup, because the statistical advantage went to Boss on map number 1 and EG on map number 2, and both teams lost on their own map picks.
Yeah, no stats have really made sense anymore, so I think we can just throw that out the window right now, because we know that it doesn't even matter what history's shown us or stats. I mean, not relevant here today. Well, what is relevant is the fact the bomb is going to go down. Boss is on a bit of an interesting retake. Again, 2 players coming in from T side. Junior might be able to find one and does get one, but not the second. George is having a very difficult time making any shot land here with a block. And now it's all a matter of how much EP can lock this thing down. And the USBs have not been able to make much of a barricade. And there we go. It's all down to Wolfie. The duelie's in hand. No kit. EG should be able to have this one due to time alone, and finally the curse is broken, and EG take a pistol.
Terrorists win. Well, they lose everybody anyways.
Yeah. At least they got a pistol, though.
Yeah, they got their pistol. I think it's their second pistol in the entire series, because Boss won both on map number 2, and they split them on map number 1.
Well, and even on Mirage, too. I mean, that was where Boss was able to find both pistols and giving themselves that, 2-3 round buffers. So we can see maybe something a little bit different. And fun fact about both these teams, when they played this map, is they both have lost to M80. Close games from Boss and EG against the team like that. And again, for anybody that's not aware, that is the #1 team right now in ECL. So that's a pretty big thing to take a note of. Impressive, taking in of the site right now from EG, and Walco does get that first initial blood. Nade might be actually able to connect to the Wolfie, and it does. I mean, the XM 1014 going to do some God's work right now. It's going to be able to get a good damage. Money built up too, but it is a 3-on-4 now. Advantage for EG, but for how long, I could not tell you right now, Boggs.
Well, Darty's got one more. Brett might find Automatic. He's dancing with him out in middle, and Automatic now trying to make his way up. Gets shotgunned in the back by Wolfie, who's trying to flank back Snake. Darty with another Wolfie! He will find more. He's screaming away with the XM through the smoke, and now he'll call it quits. I don't think he survives here. You have to be all the way through the water in T-spawn towards A to survive. Terrorists win. He's not going to make it. That's massive damage. Only one surviving for EG. Boss, they get a Galil, which is essentially an M4, out of the round. And EG have had one player survive through the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. I mean, again, we said Chaos, Mayhem, Scrappy. Yeah, just a lot of different titles we can use for this BO3, and yeah, it's just a lot to take in. But again, with the bomb plants coming in, that means the money is flowing in for the T side, which is good here for EG, despite them losing all these players. Now the guns are going to be out a little bit here, a little bit of a weird mix by, but it's a full rush. EG now has put the foot on the gas, but looks like they ran into a bit of a barrier, and it's looking like Darty again being a big nuisance for them. Advantage in numbers coming in for Boss. Cryptic coming in for the back lines. You might be able to find this. There it is. That one's cleaned up with 1:27 remaining in the round. That was the quickest round we've had, I think, in this BO3.
I think so. EG punched the gas, and, well, Boss, they counter. They fast deal with the shots and the pushes, and some good individual efforts from the holders on the B site. And that will put EG in a spot where they're going to hero AK full invest here, because their money is broken. They're on double eco. That's because they've lost 9 players in the first 2 rounds, so they had no money left over going into round number 3. And Hext already takes a bunch of damage with that initial engagement. So far, Boss are starting to stabilize things early here on Ancient. This is definitely going to be a very curious finish. I don't think it's any way of predicting it as to which way it's going to go.
Yeah, I think we both learned that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we've learned anything from this BO3, we cannot assume.
What we've learned on this best of 3 is to expect the unexpected, at which point the unexpected therefore becomes the expected and is no longer to be expected.
Yeah. And this is a weird standoff.
Almost as
I
weird
mean,
as my philosophical postulation.
yes. Correct. I mean, if Wolfie swings...
They're going to be, though.
Yeah, it's weird because I was thinking George is waiting, but maybe they want to get ready for their positioning and George is going to pretend to sell a fake,
Unless
even though
they
he's just got to...
mid-flank it?
Well, maybe. They could go cave here, and I just don't understand. George has no utility.
I don't know what's
So
going on.
he's either catching a rotator. I mean, he's in a particular position. He's still waiting it out. It actually backs off now. Junior, I don't know how he gets that kill, but he does. And there we go. George is gone. And now, actually, yeah, they are going to commit to the donut. And George falling a bit early might be the... not really the solution here that they wanted, but they got 10 seconds to work with. Wolfie just needs to be able to find the bomb planter. That timing is impeccable. The bomb just got switched right there. An easy kill on a silver platter. Deagle's whipping in the smoke. We got ourselves a tie game.
Tie ball game here. 2-2 the score. No buy for the Evil Geniuses. No bomb plants to bolster a half buy either. Maybe a couple P250s, but we shouldn't see much more than that from EG, as Boss can get off to a 3-2 lead now. With some good holding on the A side, some good rotating, some good timing. Wolfie, 9-2. He's going massive already. He's still on the MP9, just farming cash. Good opportunity for Boss to build up some economy too. Get Wolfie on and off as well. You definitely want to see that in his hands. Junior may be able to afford one to the next round. I'm not too sure. I think a lot of that depends on Bomb Plant. There's only one P250, and that is his. Flashbang for Walco. They damage Eaton, and Darty will devour at least one. Cryptic sprays blind for 2. Brett comes in, Darty with a double. Flawless round, 0 points of damage taken by Boss. And no op for Junior, not even in the realm of possibility. Will Wolfie get rid of his MP9, though? Looks like a negative.
No, and actually, to be honest, I'm actually for this. I think this is good because even the positions he's playing, he can still play close cave. He can be really aggressive with it, go for those close encounter fights, and I think that could be really good for them. And again, if he gets kills, it's a money grab. And if not, I mean, he has money for the next round too. So this, I do like this call. There's no reason to really give up a gun like an MP9. It is lethal. It definitely packs a huge punch. But not maybe the case, because you can see right now is that even EG, they put their attention towards this A side. Brett's already been able to get some good information with that nade. So they've actually got a good read on this right now, Boggs.
They do have a pretty good read on this. And they're going to get those CT rotations coming through already with Brett on that fast flank too. Now bottom middle. A-site under the control of EG, but it's such a tentative, almost that it's been surrendered to them on purpose to bait them into the situation. Wolfie might even catch the bomb planter, but he will only do damage there. MP9 still swings for more, and he will catch the long-range retreating Junior. Brett picks up another one, tap the bomb, smoke it off, hexed out towards a main. Automatic was lurking in the back lines is removed. Text only 1, so 3 survive for Boss. A very clean retake there. Rather succinct as well. And 4 in a row for them. They are looking like the more confident and the more structured team at the moment, Laz. And it's a very big turnaround from what we saw on map number 1.
No, it really is. This really is. And we're really starting to see Boss kind of blossom into the, again, they are one of these top teams, like we said in ECL. And it's starting to show, right? I mean, the map 1, it definitely made me a little bit nervous for their performance, but so far they have just turned this thing around. And EG, I mean, they're getting the bomb down at least. Again, like I said, flowing some cash. But you can see now we're on another round where they have to go for, like the pistols. But they have full utility here. So they've really committed a lot onto this. So this will be better than what we saw before. But we'll have to see if they can keep getting themselves that success of finding the bomb plants. And they have been successful, like we saw in Duke, where those pistols were just up close and they were really personal.
Up close, in your face, incredibly personal.
Back to the group up, though, too. So, I mean, this is where they kind of weigh things on ramp. And, I mean, they have the nades to work with it. Automatic, he does kind of be that quick distraction point with the flashes. And the counter flashes are really good from the CT side. Nobody able to find more than one here from Cryptic. The spray's coming in. Ops already going to be scoped in. Now Wolfie's looking for a little bit more. Smoke's going to block off the vision. Bomb does go down. So, like I said, that money is still flowing in. But can they find themselves around? This has been difficult. It's been 4 in a row here for Boss. And they got Mac 10 with double Tech 9s. And oh my god, Hex is able to do that. Yeah, all right. And George even able to get one more insult to injury with a jump shot. Why not?
And that's just kind of the tale of tape through this series, too. Just some crazy rounds going back and forth. And this time it's EG to come on top of one of those. They are setting themselves up for some big finishes here. As they think some more rounds on the T side is necessary, I would have to agree, especially given the fact that their statistics lead them to an above 50% win rate on their T side. So they're going to be looking for something akin to that. Meanwhile, both teams actually have very similar statistics. It's a 58% win rate on both of their CT sides for both Boss and EG. And a 50 to 51% win rate on the T side of things. Wolfie, there's another one for him. He's picked up 2 on the B ramp. This try picking it off will not work. Never has. I don't know why people still try it, myself included. I find myself guilty of that as well.
Oh, nice shot from Hex. I thought there might have been a chance, actually, too. I mean, him Cryptic again, missing that first couple shots, but gets back in control. What better man than George, though, in a clutch situation, Boggs? Doesn't have a bomb. And, yeah, Cryptic got full information. The jig is up now. What does George have in him? He's got 50 seconds, though. And his position's compromised. Picked up an op. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like that.
This. A little juggling act. It's good.
Yeah, because look at the money over on Boss, too. If they take out Brett, there's no op for Wolfie. So.
That is a really good point. But he's still got to fight for the bomb, too, right? I mean, this is, again, not a situation you want to be in. He's got the flash. Cryptic just playing really patient both of them are. He picks up the op at the worst time, and it's going to be retrievable. I think he, again, was trying to get rid of it.
I think so.
Right idea, just wrong execute.
Just wrong timing. And how much of this game is timing? You really think about it. So much of it is timing.
Oh, it is. No doubt. It's all about the timing.
And
this is, again, it's just so impressive in terms of timing. I mean, Boss have put themselves in 5-3, and I don't even know where to see where this could go right now.
It's back and forth. There's no real way to see the end of the road because it's so winding. It's like a winding mountain path, Laz, with trees and brambles and thorns all around it, so you can't really see ahead of the next turn. Don't know where you're going to end up, you just know you have to go through it and figure out what's at the end when you get there. Boost up for Hex. He has been spotted. Not quite removed by Freshie, who's flamed out and finished off by Walco. Wolfie still holding. Walco will dome him as well. So now we're in a 3v3, but Brett has not been cleared out of Donut. They're pre-firing him. They know he's here. He's already made contact. He's getting the friend, but that's a crispy one on the Hex. Low HP against low HP, and Brett has the faster draw. Walco's nade too far, does some chunky damage, but not enough to finish. Brett and Darty grab the last 2. They will not double op, but they will grab at least 6 out of this half. Boss with a strong start to the CT side. If they can finish with a 9-3, that would be a stranglehold on the map. But I think a 7-5 gives EG a good opportunity to turn this one around, especially if they can convert that second half pistol. Primarily because they won the first 2, but always, if you're down, you need that second half pistol.
No doubt about that. I mean, again, last time these teams did play each other, I mean, it was quite some time ago on this map. Different roster in sight and with Slight, obviously, and that was a 13-10 in favor for EG, but we'll have to see if that's going to be the kind of the similar path, because right now, I mean, we're starting to see that Boss are really just, again, trying to find themselves in that top contention here for the division and maintaining that. And taking down EG is a big landmark for these guys as well. And I mean, this round is, again, on paper, not looking good here for EG unless we can see something from Automatic or one of the Deagles can find these openers. In a really, really slow paced round here. And again, EG's just kind of waiting things out, just trying to burn some utility from them. But you can see it's a bit of a 1-4 split with not a whole lot to work with 2 pieces of utility box.
Smoke to flash. They've got to make it count for everything. Op shot missed. And a little bit of an intro. Oh, the read for EG right now. Especially with that pick onto Freshie. It's just a lurk on B that spawned all the rotations. Cryptic makes his way back to site. Wolfie and Darty are finding the kills. Things are stabilizing for Boss. That could have got so wrong so fast. Darty comes in and cleans it up. He is definitely one of those players on Boss that you want to see popping off. Freshie, one of the other riflers you want to see having a good time, is not having a good time here on Ancient, but Brett has more than picked up the slack. Wolfie having a George-esque performance. If we look at map number 1, and Boss are going to use a timeout there. I think that's a good idea because they just got played like a fiddle. They took the bait, swallowed it hook, line, and sinker, and they want to make sure that doesn't happen again, particularly when the guns are out like they are this round.
Well, and again, yeah, and I think they've been the one team really that have been using these tac timeouts the most, even when they're winning or even if they're losing. Like, I really don't feel like I've seen a lot from EG. I think there's only been 1 out of the 3 maps, if I'm not mistaken, but I do like this from Boss because, again, you're getting the comms clear, you're slowing things down, you're just making sure everything's cool, calm, and collected in this kind of a situation. Like you said, they did bite on that bait, so now it's a good moment here for the IGL to talk things over and explain, things that we're noticing, things that are coming, tendencies right now from EG. Now EG have themselves full equipment. The tail of the tape now to see if they can bring things back in the later portions of this half. It's not looking good Brett starts things off with the first blood, and that's a great way to make a statement. The IGL has been removed within seconds of round 11.
Just a little brief moment in time. They're already sans Walco, which is far from ideal. Automatic trades it back, though, and Wolfie is very low. Still a lot of time on the board for Evil Geniuses to work around. Cryptic tagged at 2 HP. Torch should put him down and will on that spray. Freshie, though, here in Donut, he puts 2 in the fryer, and it's a good time for him to come alive. He even does damage onto another. Swaps out. Nate should finish off Junior. Automatic chases. Junior still alive. There's 2 rounds in the magazine for Freshie. He's on the sidearm. Back to his A1S. Not expecting Junior around, but it's 11 HP for Junior to try and clutch up in this round, as Freshie has just done so much individual work to try and pull this one back for his squad. Junior bomb and sight control, but that is it. No utility, no HP, no cover, no teammates. Such a tough clutch to pull off.
And the thing is, too, again, with the low HP, this is all about getting the plant in, and the positioning is going to be critical. And instead, he is going to scope in, so he's not going to have that noise cue. He has 4 shots in the chamber. And now, Boss, Wolfie's lit. So any shot that's going to land should take him out, too. So all Junior has to do is be able to find this glimpse moment of the 1v1s. He spots the shoulder, gets it. So now things have been into a 1v1. Full HP from Darty, but Junior comes in with a big swing, and now EG finally get a reply.
Took him a long time to get an answer back, but it's better late than never. If they can grab 5, it's a very reasonable road to victory. And the money situation for Boss is not exactly fantastic. It's Cryptic on a XM, Wolfie with the op, M4s for everybody else. Utility will be there, but Cryptic on the XM in particular is a weak point to this CT side. Only 2 defuse kits too. So Evil Geniuses, not exactly the best spot economically themselves, given the fact it was a 1vx for Junior, double Galils, 3 to be exact, but an AK opener onto Barrett gives some space over for EG, even more so as Walco chimes in too. Hext with the backstab on a Cryptic, Darty, and Wolfie. If there's 2 to pull off this kind of a play, it would be these pair. But Wolfie and Darty, so much to do. The Molotov burning Wolfie forward, he's expected. Not quite removed. That's a crispy little flick on the Walco. He knows there's another player nearby. Darty's coming up top. Snake, the mid-house player, might be able to shut it all down. Molotov and automatic will bring it to a 7-5. We'll see you all after the break.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Well, we're back to another 7-5 half. It's Boggs and Laz with you on the mic once again. Evil Geniuses down, but they are on the stronger CT side here of Ancient. Map number 3, map number 1, 13-11 in favor of Evil Geniuses, the pick of Boss. Map number 2 at 13-8, the map pick of EG, going the way of Boss. And therefore, we have ourselves on map number 3, as we see here. Dual Berettas for Hext, 0 kit for EG per usual. Double P250s for Boss, with Wolfie and Cryptic holding those. Already this mid-house into Red Room control. Wolfie will back away from that contact with Junior, though, as his teammates spread on towards the B site. Hex and Automatic are finding frags, so the Flash will not let the bomb down. Walco's found 2, and Wolfie stuck on the lurk out in middle, pincered in. He has no way out but to fight. But even if he does, what are his chances of victory, lads? They're so minimal here. He has to get so many opportunities of 1v1 duels, and he has to win each of those opportunities as well. It's going to be a very uphill battle for him. And looks like Walco's got the right read as well, though he is going back and forth between the side angles. Wolfie may have found... Is Wolfie saving?
I'm not sure because, again, he does have that P250 with the armor. So, I mean, could be? Question mark? Waiting? 30 seconds? Not looking confident to go for this. I think he wants to save. Huh.
Curious. No, he's going to go try and die now. Boy's
And
running.
he realizes, maybe I should die.
Too late now.
Everybody's going to wait. Yeah, everybody's going to wait. They're going to try to mess this up for him. Oh, that is just so dirty.
I love the counter from EG, though.
A really good counter. And a big highlight for that round. I mean, I think, again, just Walco. I feel like he's been a little bit quiet in some of the maps in this series in some degree. But, I mean, that pistol round, he was able to find 2 big openers to, again, slow down that aggression, which really just kiboshed the whole plan. So EG do find themselves a pistol. Who would have thought? Again. So what do we get now?
What we get now is Tech 9's up for Boston Jr. with the opening duel. One onto Cryptic, Freshie, and Brett very low, but Brett is able to take down Automatic on the mid-scrim. Junior and Cubby mowed down with a giant about the flying Mac-10. Darty trades out Walco. George and Donut will take care of Brett at long last. Wolfie at 23 HP, so he is wounded. But it's still an awkward spot for EG to be in. A vulnerable position. Wolfie with the bomb. Working up towards B. Timing for Darty. Wolfie will spot, and now Wolfie knows exactly what is up. One shot is all it takes, though. George has the most perfect weapon for the situation. The MP9, just 2 shots and Wolfie's done. 1 shot to the head. There is no kit, though. But how much time can one man hide and burn? It's not going to be a great situation for him. And
Doesn't have a kit, though.
still,
He's got the smoke. Oh, Wolfie, this timing. Hopefully he doesn't buy it on it. He actually does swing.
Oh.
Oh my... What?
dink.
Okay. Oh, peekaboo, I guess. And now
Time.
he's just waiting things out a little bit more. Look at, he's doing the shadow. He's
won
just
it.
trying to fake him out. He's got this. He single-handedly won this. He got the pistol, the double kill. Again, mayhem, chaotic. I don't even know. I'm losing words. And Boss take a second round out of nowhere. This has got to be, Boggs. Look, we've been on the desk together a long time, and I honestly can say, I feel like this series, I've never seen such a brawl or like a scrimmage. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like nothing can be predictable in this at all. Anything's possible, which is sick. But at the same time, it's like, man, this has just been nothing but scrappy.
Yeah, I mean, we've been at it together for what, the better part of 3 years now, not 4.
Yeah.
And
It's got to be top 3, no? Like this is like,
this is one of those you remember, and you're just like, hey, remember that one game?
yes.
It's like, yep.
We'll talk about it in Dallas.
And then we
Remember
tip
that
our
one
glasses back.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, either way, I mean, now EG losing that second round has cost them, but they're going to force up with the pistols as much as they can. They're going to spend some dollars. And now Darty, again, putting up a 12th kill here. He's going to be able to clear out the A site, or the B site, my apologies. And now, I mean, he does get overwhelmed here by the CZ, but now with that play has now granted them the free A site. So now they should be able to get this plant through. The post-plant positions can come in. There's not even a hit here on any of the CT players, so now this is about firepower.
It's all about running in, getting the job done. George shows off some of that firepower. Nice little 5-7 double tap. And I think it's going to be a very passive triple stack donut hold for Boss. This is one of the most bizarre post plants I've ever seen in my life. And this opens up a retake opportunity for EG where they can get the defuse in. The Molotov will extinguish, but they just have to play the human shield. The sprays, they're running out of ammunition. They stop the defuse. They've won the round. But that almost paid off for Evil Geniuses. And how many players will survive here for Boss? They should both be fine. Never mind. Brett goes down. And so does George, so no save for either side. But a lot of damage dealt by EG in that round. The problem being the round counts are starting to lean more and more towards 13 with Boss in the lead. And for the Evil Geniuses, that spells doom, disaster, and a loss here. Boss, ex-Wildcard if you are just joining us. They were Wildcard before Wildcard got their new squad, consisting with Stamina and basically the core 3 of the old Forsaken roster. EG are forcing though, lads. They're going all in. They do not want to let this one get too far out of hand. And 4 rounds definitely would be a pretty big gulf to overcome. 5-7 for Hexed. George is inconsequential as he's dead. Automatics, MP9, and Donut will grab one. But there's flanks on his position. Flames looking at his heels. He's found a second. I don't know how he's got 2. The scout won't connect. And Wolfie is on an island. And a 2v3 because Cryptic's got caught.
Well, and Darty's in a good position here too because he isn't coming in from mid, right? So he's coming from the backside. He needs to be able to find the skill of the Junior. Junior's getting some good info, but the scout and the quick movement is just going to be an issue. Plant's going to come in. A little bit of desperation. A 1-on-2, but Junior's low. It's not going to even matter at this point because Hex is going to be able to finally get themselves, again, back in a little bit of contention here with the round. And we have ourselves a 9-7. The money, though, will add a little bit of coin, though, for these guys, all things considered. But it's, again, not going to be a lot for them to really... I don't feel like we should see that force up. But I've been proven wrong before.
It is a single eco.
Mm-hmm.
Half by... Oh, well...
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, there we go. Yep. Yep, there it is.
I mean, are we surprised?
No. No. I am not.
Yep.
It's really a dice roll at this point with this game. And I mean, this is... Again, Boss are still putting up really close rounds, even if they're not winning them. So, EG are really having to fight tooth and nail for this. We'll have to see if they can find themselves a little bit more. Wolfie is going to run through this. That nade, though, does a big chunk of damage. Now they're just going to barrel on in. Hex is able to find a double. That's going to be a great start for EG. But again, look at Boss. They're able to find themselves these multi-kills. And it's just pandemonium all over the place. And EG, within a minute and 26, are down to a 1-on-2. A situation for George to bring things over in a clutch scenario. Wolfie needs to be able to find the head, and he will do so. Double digits have been secured here for Boss.
Again, the individuals of Boss finding ways to keep ahead of EG. The 4 spies going back and forth. And I think at this point, lads, it's time to pull it out of the back pocket. Begun, the 4 spy wars have.
No, it's happening. You brought it back.
It's
I
inevitable.
thought it'd be a tomorrow thing. I thought it'd be a tomorrow thing.
It's inevitable.
Inevitable, yes.
I didn't use it the last broadcast day I had, so, you know, luck of the draw.
It is the luck of the draw, but I mean, we saw a position like this before where Boss were able to put it up with the pistols, but oh, this timing could be everything. This flash comes in, they're going for a swing, but no, they're just getting plowed right now with the SMGs. X is able to get himself out of there. And again, so much happening, but Freshy, some good ground control though coming in. He's actually going to be through mid-house now, so he might be able to come through the back lines.
Well, the back lines go through him instead, and Freshy is going to be able to find a backline route. Doesn't clear Cubby. Oh my gosh. Wait, was there a smoke? Oh, okay, there's a smoke down. That was a quick clear, and X-Ray kind of fooled me there. I was like, oh gosh, he didn't clear it. But he did. Molotov in a cave extinguishes in that smoke. Another snake play coming in from George. Automatic just hiding. George catches... Cryptic just ran onto site with the bomb out without having it cleared. He's lucky to get through that alive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we even saw it earlier on, too. I think, what was that, Freshie, like, wasn't even checking corners, and then they still win rounds. Like, yeah, just, we're not surprised anymore, Boggs.
No.
We talked about this.
I'm not surprised. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. But it is good now, again, that we see Boss in a situation where they're putting themselves on the 11th point, getting closer to map and series point now. And EG are on the struggle bus right now to figure out what they need to do to get some consecutive rounds in their favor. And it almost feels like it's becoming a little bit too late. But again, they're going to have to go for a light purchase in this one and probably, again, roll the dice and see what they can do to win out.
Yeah, I mean, a half buy looks to be the only scenario for EG. The only problem, besides the fact that you're not most likely going to win a half buy, is the fact that it gives Boss 5 match points here. So, Boss are looking up the barrel of a victory here to improve their record to 12-2 on the season. Evil Geniuses have automatic caught the back. This nice little flash in from Wolfie for Brett, who just runs him down with a MAC-10 off to the Glock. And the burst fire. You don't see that all too often. Nets him a second on the Walco. I do respect the burst fire Glock play, though. I'm a big fan of it myself.
It's good that it's back. You know, it's not like terrible anymore.
I have not tried the burst fire FAMAS, though.
Nah, we don't talk about the FAMAS.
It's actually not horrible in CS2.
I'll let Londres explain that. But now Boss bomb down, 4-on-2. EG, no tricks up the sleeve right now. They got a Mac, no kits, no armor, no utility. They got no options. And Darty's just trying to get the job done here, finding some multi-kills, and he gets it done. Map and series point now on the cusp for the Boss squad. Can they do it?
One is all they need, and they have 5 chances to do it. FAMAS on 2. 1 kid for Walco, M4s, and the rest. George on the Flashbang Jr. with a nade and a flash. He went to the A1S. Brett through fire into the middle, sprinting it between 2 separate Molotovs. One his teammates and one the opposition's. Nades fly in from both sides, up and bottom mid. And it's just broadsides being shot. Explosions landing in the water around. A couple little near glances, but nothing significant on either side. Evil Genius is trying to be proactive here towards Donut, but they've given him complete A main control. They've given him mid junior, though, holding that long-range duel. Wins the first fight against Brett. Set a very solid game. And in comes the donut pressure. Wolfie, the tip of the spear with the op in hand. George up close as well. There's no real quick refrag. Automatic would have to swing out wide. So George might just get caught if Wolfie clears this. He's got the best gun for it, and that's a crispy little flick. Automatic has also been spotted thanks to the nade he threw towards A main. That was a smoke out. Cryptic flashing in. Trying to get that peek in from Freshie. That's a nice little 1-2 combo. Spots at the player in Temple. Removes him as well. Walco 1 onto Darty, holding for the snake flank. But the bomb goes down. Hext and Walco, the 2 longtime teammates, going all the way back to the RBG days, Laz, against the low HP players in the op of Wolfie. They've spotted out 1. They have to know where Hext is, too. Freshie on the site, low HP. Needs a headshot. He might get timinged. And no, he might catch the timing now. Cryptic's gone 1 for 1. Wolfie with the no-scope. Hext in and gone thanks to Freshie. Boss, a 13-7 finish on Ancient. Able to pull off the reverse.